Hello guys, welcome to 3D Home, and in today's tutorial we'll continue our modeling on the second building. Okay, if you've not watched our previous tutorial, let me just recap on that. We actually have a site layout that we need to arrange some buildings inside. So we have 3 bedroom. This one is actually 2 bedroom semi-detached, not three. It's 2 bedroom semi-detached. So we're modeling this. We've modeled this one, so it's running this one and the gatehouse. So the next one we're working on now is this 2 bedroom semi-detached, 2 bedroom semi-detached before the fence work. So since we are done with this, we're moving right to this particular one. Okay, so this is the gatehouse, and I think this should be the last thing we're modeling. Okay, so this one now is the semi-detached, and this will be modeling. Now let's see how fast we can use. How many is it minutes, or let's see how many minutes we can use to finish up this one. Okay, like I said initially, or like I always say, once you have any floor plan, this plan actually came from AutoCAD. Okay, the person have done the sketch already, so we just need to produce a 3D from what the person has given to us. Okay, so the first thing you need to do when you bring your work here, or when you bring the AutoCAD file here, always check the wall thickness. It's very, very important. So this is 150. You can see 150. The distance is showing 150. 150 thickness. And for the height, okay, if you check this other elevation, all these ones were done on AutoCAD. If you check this other elevation, the height we are using here is okay, every total of everything is 3,825. Okay, this one, the DPC is 375, while from the DPC to the headroom is 3,450. So we're maintaining the same height. Okay, why the concrete fascia is 225, so we're maintaining the same height of building. Okay, so now let's go ahead and select our wall and do some minor settings there. So click on your wall, go to settings dialogs, change the thickness to, mind you, this is the first wall we're using. This one we're using this wall, okay, not this other one. We're using this one, not complex profile. This is the one we're using. So we change it to 150, just like we saw on the other side. And for the material, I always like using this titanium white. So we click on titanium white and click OK. So now let's go ahead and trace out the lines. It's not necessary you must use center to center since it's modeling we are doing. But if you want to, if you're working on a brand new building, let's say you're the one designing the floor plan, it's always advisable to use center to center because it will be easier to place your grid lines. It will be easier to place your grid lines. But since we are not going to place any grid lines, they are already grid lines, and we're not producing the working drawing, so there'll be no need. It's not really necessary. Okay, what we need now is something that can, that will enable us pick the lines easily. So this outside face, this will be using. Okay, so let's draw the wall to this side. And if you're wondering, what about the windows? How are we going to see the windows? That's why we're modeling this thing together. All right, so it will be step by step, precept upon precept. So let's do this together. Yeah. So let's be a bit fast. If everything looks the same, I think we can do some magic here. If everything looks the same, I think there's something we can do to be fast. So let's see if we can create some, fast ways of getting this thing done. Since everything is the same, seems like this view, this side and this side looks similar. So I think there's something we can do to fasten our work. Instead of modeling the two part, we'll model this one and then do something. Okay. All right. So let's see. We'll take this one. If the line is outside, okay, just press on P. The wall will flip over to this other side. P, like P for person. Okay, like P for person. Now we can flip this wall to this other side. And I think we're almost done. We don't need much here actually. We are almost done. Okay, so these two. Let's connect this wall to this wall. Okay, these two walls now, they look okay. We can do this from start to finish, like from down to up with the roof, or we can just, you know, okay, let's just proceed like this first. So now we are on story one. If you check now, you see that the DPC side is not showing from our 3D. Okay, this was what we did on our last tutorial. Okay, so now, though I've added some materials a little more. So now let's check where is the other one. Okay, this is it now. Now we need to add some. We've skipped the DPC level, so let's go and do it together. So click on this zero, which is the ground floor. Click on it, and what we should do now. Oh, but before then, please, something very, very important. Before then, we need to select this one. If you click it, you select the whole um AutoCAD stuff. So click like this. This one is selected. Then press Shift and then click on this one. So this is the only thing that is selected now. So we're going to copy this one, Control C, and then go to 0 level, and you can, before pasting, just click on this trace reference. Okay, click on trace reference and Control V. Let's see if it's gonna show. Okay, yeah, it's showing now. Okay, so we still need to add extra wall. I'm using pickup parameters. Okay, I'll click on pickup parameter. I'll click on the wall, which is this wall, and then now, oh no, this is not wall. Pickup parameter, select the wall. Yeah, the wall, and then let's draw it here to this point. Okay, we have something like this too on this other side, and then there's one here. Mind you, is one side of the semi-detached that we're modeling. One of the things we should be thinking about this one is that the same arrangement here is the same arrangement we have here. Okay, then the same arrangement here, let's check very well. Same arrangement here, room and bedroom, have room and bedroom. We have lobby, we have this one. There's kitchen here, there's kitchen here. Okay, there is. So it's the same thing. So what we need to do now, instead of modeling everything together, let's just model one side. And then once we're done with one side, there's something we're going to do that looks like, you know, looks like a miracle. So let's quickly do it together. Okay. Now, something very important. Let's change this material to brick material. Okay, brick material. Click OK. Don't forget we are still on this ground. We're still on this ground floor. Okay, which is the DPC level. So anything we're adding to the wall here is only the ones that are down. You can see them now. So and now we need to check something. If you check from our 3D now, you see the roof, the front elevation. Now let's measure this one. From here to here is what? Is 3,600. So let's go and do that. Click on south elevation rather. Let's click on south elevation, and now we need to open this one to the side so we can see that building. Oh, okay, I need to plug my system. All right, it's charging now. So let's check where is the building. Okay. So now we're adding this one to, let it be 3,000. Since we've drawn this already on the ground, there are different ways of getting things done. So we'll be selecting line, pick line, draw a line from here. No, we measured it from down actually. So 3,600, 3,600. Okay, so now click on this one, stretch it all the way. Make sure it's on this stretch height. Okay, and stretch it all the way to this point. And same thing, this one too. We stretch it all the way to this point. Okay. All right, now we can take off this line. If you check our 3D now, you discover that we have these ones now. So the building is coming out already. Okay, the building is coming out already. This is the normal height. Well, we're having a slant roof. We're having a slant roof. So these walls are going to go up a little. Then we'll slant the roof backward. Okay. Slant the roof backward. It's like a lean-to roof. So now let's check the next thing. What's the next thing we can do right now? Okay, we have a veranda, so we need an opening here. What are we going to use for the opening? Is door. Okay. Click on the door. Go to door settings, which is setting dialogs. Select empty doors, and then let's choose this down one. And okay, let's just click OK first. We'll do the adjustment later. And then click it here and click inside. Now we don't know the width and we don't know the height. What we need to do now is go to the elevation. If there was no elevation, that means there's no need of us trying to check. There's no need of us checking the measurements, like the dimensions. We can actually create those ones by ourselves, but there's an existing elevation, so there's nothing we can do than to check the things. Okay. All right, so let's check what's the height of this one. Measuring table. I normally press on M, or just press on M, and then click on this part. This is the DPC level. This one from here to here is what? Is 3,225. So what we'll be doing now is click on this DPC. This one, and this one is 3,000. Click on it and type in the height. This is the height, 3,225. Okay, and for the width, if you check from the elevation, you discover that it's at the side of this wall and also it's touching this wall. That's this arc. So it's the same thing we'll be doing. So we'll click on this. No, we'll click on the opening and then stretch this one. You see it's on stretch. This is move node. You move it to this side and then move this one back to this side. So this one is open now. And then another thing we need to note is that once you click on this, yeah, make sure this seal to story, make sure it's on 0. Okay, so let's check our 3D now. To check our 3D, oh, mind you, we have been working on ground floor. Okay, on ground floor, and we don't need this on ground floor. So what we are going to do right now is click on south elevation, which is very possible, and this is, let's see. Okay, this is not showing, there's no need. Let's just remove it from here. Let's do like this. Copy, pick up parameter actually. All right, use pick up parameter, zoom closely, and no, this is not it. Let's just remove this. Okay, let's move. We need to be on this story level, not on ground. Story level. So click on still our door. All right, select it. Remember the height is 3,225. So say 3,225. Okay, and for the width, we'll extend this to here and this one to here. Okay, so if you check our 3D now, you can now see the openings. So this is the opening. Okay, this is the opening, and let's click on our slab. Click on slab, go inside slab setting, make sure it's on this first one. The thickness of this one is 100. Let's just make it 10. All right, let's make it 10 and see, change this to tiles. Let's use this 30 by 30 tiles, and let's cover here. All right. Mind you, this one is going to go up, okay, because another wall is coming up here. So now what next can we do? Mind you, we are focused on this side, okay. So now let's assign the door. There's a door here, okay. Assign the door, which is 1, 2 door. So click on door settings. So this time around, from this empty door, go all the way to hinge door. This is hinge door, and let's select this one, double door asymmetrics. So we click on this one. It's 1.5 here, so we change it to 1,200, and the height is 2,100. So we click, and then we'll click here, and the bigger one should come this way. If you want the bigger one to be on the other side, make sure you move this one here. But provided you move it to the left side, it's going to be like this, which is very okay. So based on what we are doing, so click on the door and bring it inside. This is stretch. You can reduce the height, the size of the door, but we just need to is drag. We want to drag the entire door will move then. So let's align it with this wall. So we have our door now on this part. And then since we are not seeing the inside, there's no need of adding any door here. So it's only the external we are working on. So now let's try to work on this one. Okay, so let's add the window. So we click on this, click on the entire stuff, all right, and then click again and move it downward. Make sure it's straight. Don't bend the line. Okay, make sure it's straight and click. So now you can see the trace of those windows. For some of us that were wondering how we're going to see the windows to apply them, this is how you can see your window. Okay, so what we need to do now is select the window. We have an existing window on this other building. Okay, though I'll be showing you how to do that, but we have an existing window already. So this is the window we've created earlier on. So I might just select this window. I've done some couple of tutorials on how to edit windows. Okay, so but if you've done some settings, you can just come here, use your pick up parameter and still pick this particular window. All right, pick the window and then add it to your own design. So what's the height of this window? Okay, the window is small, so it's not this one. We'll be using this second one. Before I selected this, but now I'll be using this. Click on this window, and now I'll just select from here. I'll paste it here, come this side, paste it here. Okay, and there's no window here except for the. Okay, let's finish with the front first. Let's finish with the front first, and then we have another window here. So now click on this move node. Make sure it's on drag. Okay, make sure it's on drag. Then now you can align this one. Come to this other end, click on this one, move it to the left and align this one too. Okay, so now if you check our front elevation, these are the windows. If you check our 3D, these are the windows. Okay, these are the windows. If you want to learn how to set this, or should I just set one window so you will see? Let me show you what you can do to achieve this. Click on this window, go inside settings dialogs. You see the window. Initially you can use, it was basically this is the first window I selected, this one, and then from this I came here, it was like this, plain. If you check now, you see the window is plain. So if it's plain, just go inside setting dialogs, change it from this one to this one. And then what I used there, I used this one. This one was I used 1,800 for this thing to shift from here and move it up a little. That's why I'm using 1.8. And then I'm doing 1, 2, 1, 2. So that means the up should have 1. Let me show you 1, 2, 1, 2. That means this one should have 1. First one is this one. The up, it should have, the first space is vertical. Vertical should be 1. We have the 1, which is this first long one. This line you're seeing, this is the 1. And the 2 you're seeing is this 2. So we're having 1, 2. And the second one, we have another plain 1. And then the 2 now is another 1. I don't know how to explain this in full detail, but if I should remove that first 2 now, you see that one of these lines will go. Okay, let's say I go ahead and remove or add, instead of this 2 now, and I make this thing 3. You see that's going to change. You see what we have here now is 3, okay, instead of 2. So if you want it to be 1, just click and make it 2. All right. So the first one was this separation is what you're seeing as 1. This one you're seeing as 1. So if I should click 1 now, this thing will be more than 1. Let me show you. I can't speak it, but I can only show you. So let's change this one to 2 and you'll see the difference now. 2. You see that we have 2 now. We have 1, 2. Okay. So I can still have another 1, 2. Then this middle one will go. But I don't need this one. So I'll be removing this one. I'm making the whole of this place 1. Then with 1 cut. So I shall hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. So this one will be 1. Then I'll click, you see it 1. Okay. So now let's proceed. Let's wait. If you check this window very well, I think we have I think let's check the elevation. I think there's something we should see. Yeah, this overhang, these ones you are seeing. So we need to attach this. We actually modeled something similar to that here. Here you can see it from, we can only see that from our front elevation. This one. So we're using this one, we'll be taking this one to the other side. So let's first of all open this. We'll select this. I grouped this, so for you to access any group file or the file or component, you need to first of all suspend the group. Okay, so now let's take this, tap Control to have a copy of it. You are seeing a plus sign. Check very well where this arrow is. If I tap Control again, the plus sign is gone, but if I tap Control again, the plus sign is on. So when copying something, make sure that plus sign is on, otherwise everything will move from its original position. So now let's bring it here. Let's bring it here and drop. Let's bring it here and drop and drop and drop. Okay, and drop. So now let's check something. 3D. Let's try to move this thing. I'm removing this suspend group. Let's see if clicking on this one will affect this other one. No, it's not affected, so that means we are free to move. We are free to move it. Oh, this thing is getting slow. Okay, so now I'll hold on this point and move it to here. I'll move it to here. So I think this thing is a bit bigger, or is it my... Okay, let's still turn it. It's grouped, so anything I do is going to affect here too, okay, because it's grouped. So now I'll hold this one again. Let's see what we can do. Shift it to here. Okay, this is not bad now. So this downward now, I need to suspend this group. I'll suspend the group and then click on this single one and move it forward. I'll use front elevation. I think that will be better. Then I'll move it all the way to these 2 lines. I'll make sure the lines are touching. Okay. So now if you check this one on 3D, you can see this. And yeah, what's the seal height for? Okay. Okay. Now let's move this to this other side. Okay. We'll be clicking on this. Tap Control. Don't forget, for you to make any copy, you must tap your Control. Okay. Now let's drop it here. Drop it here. Okay. So we have 2 things here now. And then what's next? What is next? What is next? What is next? Okay, from floor plan. Because this is where actually this is where we can actually see those things. This one looks small. It looks small. From here to here it looks like 1930, 1930, 1930. This one is bigger actually. 1930, 1930, 1930. Okay. Well, let's check the height of this one. What's this? 2 something. So we'll make it 1930. 130. This one to 1000. 1930. So I will need to take this up a little. So the seal, now we're changing the seal. Instead of 450, let's try 600 and see. Yup. 600 is better, but we still need to do some adjustment. Click on south elevation. Let's do the adjustment. So I'll click here and drag this one down a little. And then don't forget. Okay, still on suspend group. So we'll take this one up to this part. That's all. Same thing here. Take this one to this part, and then that's all. And this one will bring it back a little bit down. Okay. All right. So we are done with this, and we for see these things are looking tiny now, so we need to reduce them. Okay. The spacing between these two glass are too tiny, are like 50. So let's click on this. Let's go to setting dialogues. Instead of 1.8 now, let's make it 1.6. 1600 and see. It's going, so see 1.6 is better. 1.6 is better now. So now check our 3D. I think we are okay, we're making progress. Let's lock this place. This ceiling. Let's just add ceiling to this part. I actually like the ceiling to be white. Where is titanium white? I'll click here. Alright, this is very high. Let's bring it back a little. But before then, there's something we need to cross-check. Go to setting. We need to know the height of this arc, okay? I don't think theirs is this high. Alright, so what's the height of? It's high actually. It's high. Remember we took the measurement. So this is 3225. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So once we add walls here, it will actually be okay. So what's the thickness of the wall we are adding? From here to here is 1225. 1225. Okay. 1225. Well, first of all, let's add the window here, and let's try to see how far. So for us to see these other windows, we need to return this one back to its original position. So you click here, take this one back to its original position, and then let's move this one from here, take it left, and make sure your line is straight, so that the alignment will actually come out clean. So for the window, we have this one like this. Okay, I'll just pick up parameter, I'll select this one, and then I'll click the window here. I'm trying to see if we can get another fastest way of adding these architraves. Okay, this window design. So this is the window design. Let's see if we can add line to it. Let's just pick line, and then we draw one line from here to here. Okay, and from here to here. Okay, so we are selecting this. Let's select, let's remove the suspend group so that everything will copy at once. So we'll select this, we'll select the line, select this other line. Now let's copy. You click on it again and tap Control. This is how we copy. So let's move it to this point, and now tap on it again. Use rotate. We're going to rotate it from this position to this position, and now we're going to be moving this. I shall pray that everything we forgot something. There's something we didn't do that we need to do. Let me show you the thing. Since we have line here to show us where it should start from and where this one should end, we also need another line to show us this point where to drop. Okay, so you click on this line, click on this one, click on this line 2, and click on this line 2. So now let's click on the everything on the main stuff and drag. But before you drag, tap Control to have a copy of it. Okay, else this other one will be gone. Once you're done with this one, you need to go back and refix this one again. So now let's click on it again and rotate. Okay, we click here and rotate. All right, so now what we need to do now is click on everything and this. So we now know that this is the point we should be moving to this edge. Now let's Control G this. Control G. So it's now like a group. They are all together. So let's check to see if it's fine. It actually came out well, yes. So I think this is better now. The next thing we need to add now is our window, our toilet window. So we'll select this one, come all the way here. We don't even know the size of this, but let's just click on it. Just click on it first. So now this, use your measurement, which is M, press on M, check here 600. So we'll click on the window, change the width to 600, change the height to 600, then change width 600, height 600, then let's change the seal to 1500 and click OK. So now let's click on this, use drag, align it with this. Is there need for us to add that window stuff? Let's check the 3D and see if it's fine for us to add it. Okay, it's looking different, so I think we should just add a little, or should we leave it like this? Or let's just add. Let's add. Robbie. So one of the ways we can do that is by clicking on this, right? Drag, make a copy of it, bring it all the way straight to this side. Straight to this side. And then we're going to scale this. You click on this one, click OK. And then from here to here, which is the window, which is inside of the window. This is the window width actually. So click here and make this 600. Automatically everything will shrink to that size. So now we'll pick this point and then bring it to this point. But we still need to adjust the down, because I know very for sure that the down would be a bit down. See, even the observe. So we need to come to this elevation view. So south is not going to show. North, south, east, and west should show, but I'm very sure that west will show us the other building. I said it. So what we need to do now is go back to your side and let's create another. Let's use section line. Okay, viewpoint section line. We'll click the section line here and say this way. Now we'll click on this, click on it and say open with current view. This is it now. So we'll click on this, suspend the group first. Let's suspend the group so that we can select one and then bring this one down. Down. Hope we are not missing something. We are actually missing something. But it's fixable. It is fixable. So now we aligned the top instead of the down. So what we need to do now is click on this. Let's see if we can scale. We can scale this. So everything should be, let's see from here. Here to here, 635. Okay. What we need to do now is, okay, let's try something. From here to here is 781. So we need to scale this thing to 781. So click on this, remove the suspend group. This is it. Now we can see this inner block. So this is where we'll be scaling from. So we'll scale this to 789. Click here, come all the way down to this part, which is this one, and scale it to 781. Should it 781 or 789? 789. This is 789. Let's check together. Is this 781 or 789? 781. Okay, good. So now let's move this one back to this point. Yeah. So this one, we are good to go with this. This will actually save our time a little bit than repeating the same thing on the other way. So I think this is what we have so far. And let's check the back. What do we have here? There's no window here. And two windows, two windows, two windows. And let's return this one. We are done with the site. So click here, return it back to this point, and let's check this front and see how it looks like. From here, take it backward. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's not straight. So this has to be very, very straight. Like, it has to be very straight. Okay. So now from the back now, we have one window, we have two windows, we have three windows, we have four windows, right? So let's do something. We're going to select these front windows. This front one. Yep. And we're going to repeat the same thing here. I think these ones are of the same sizes. So we have one, we have two, okay, this one, three, and we have okay, we've already installed this one. We just need to shift it a bit backward, the front. So now let's check something from the fence design. These ones are actually close to the fence, so it's not necessary that we must have those windows design, okay, because they're actually facing the fence. It's from the front, so to cut costs is not necessary, but if you want to, you can still put. So let's align them. Okay, click on this one. Yeah, make sure it's on drag, and then align this one. Then check this back. Then let's align it. And this one, this is window, toilet window. Let's make it 600 by 600 by 1500. So we need to align this one too. Okay, align this. Right. So I think we are done with the windows so far. Yeah, he's running this door, which is 900. It should be 900 door. So just go to design, select doors, go to door settings, setting dialogs rather, and let's select this door. Okay, select the door, and okay, this door looks bigger. It should be outside. The door is opening outside. So what's the size of this door? This one is 750, so we're changing this one to 750 instead of 900. So it should be 750 for this. Yep. But we need to shift this to the wall. Okay, shift this to the wall. Alright, and alright. So let's check something. 3D. Yep. So almost done with this. Well, this round is looking somehow. Let's check. Mind you, are working with what is given, so anything we're trying to do, we need to be a bit careful. Okay. We need to run lines on this, so let's go to. It looks like the entire wall. Okay. So now let's select these walls. This one, this wall, this wall, the back walls too. Okay, and this inner wall. So now let's go inside the setting dialogs. Let's select, you see this log detail, click on log detail, activate the log detail. Let's make it 300 interval. We can change it once we confirm something. Then click on this one, then click OK and say OK again. Now this is too much. It looks too much. Let's confirm something. From the plan view, let's check what's the distance. So from here to here is 550. So let's do the same thing. 550. Let's go inside. I Control Z there, that's why everything went off. So click here, type in 550 and then click on OK and say OK. So this is what is given. This was looked too much. The lines 550. Okay. Let's change this one. Let's make this one plain. The inside. Let's make it plain and see. Okay. Let's check the house again. Oh. Okay. The inside is plain. Alright. So let's leave this like this. And this thing is showing a little bit. Okay. So now we are done with this part. Okay. You can actually have the same thing at this other side, or we can decide to create the roof first. Okay. So I will suggest that we create the I suggest that we create the roof first. But before then, we need a wall that will serve as guide to us. Okay. A wall that will serve as guide to us. So what we'll be doing right now is let's check the roof plan first and see how that one looks like. Okay, it curved, everything curved. Okay, so let's try something like that, and let's try something, everything curved. So we'll be doing something like that too. And before then, let's draw a wall. I use pick up parameter, click on pick up parameter, then click on this wall. So I'll be drawing another wall here, from here to this point. Okay, we'll remove it later actually, but let's just get something done first. Okay, and the height, I want the height to be 1200. So this is the height, because that's the height of that front. Okay, so now what we need to do now is to select the roof. So click on this roof, make sure it's on share roof. On our previous video I said we should move to this one because this is hip. So this one is going to be just single plane. So we click on this single plane, go inside, change it to make sure it's on this. Which one can be 20? Yeah. So let's just go ahead and draw. Now select, okay, just select this one because we need to follow the shape. Okay, we need to follow the shape. But the most important thing you need to do now is get this point first, from here to here to here. Then this side, the reason for this wall now is for us to get the slope. Okay, it's for us to get the slope. So I'll just pick this slope. I'll pick this slope. But before then, okay, let's just pick the slope first. I'll pick the slope. So now you can model, you can follow any shape you want to follow. So I think, now let's pick from here to here to this point. Mind you, as we are selecting now, the wall is going to be following the shape, the slope shape. So select this one, press on orbit. Orbit, where are you taking us to? Okay, we have two buildings here, that's why. So press on orbit again, O again. So now we are not done. So what's happening orbit. So I think let's see if we can extend this node. Okay. Um, this is the point we should be, and let's create new nodes. I think I'll select this point, drag this one to this point, and then I'll drag this other one to this point. I'll shift it backward, shift node to this point, and I'll click this one, take it back to this point. I shall hope this is the right stuff for. Okay, yeah, it is. So you can see how the roof is sloped now. So, but now we need if. Okay, we need if, and um we need our facial board. So, but before then, let's just do something first. Let's remove the wall, and we'll be dragging this wall up. So, but before then, let's check what's the if of. There are actually different method of doing all these things. So, but I feel like okay, let's try this one. Okay, these walls are going to go up, but now let's check something under story. Yeah, under story, which is this first story. Let's check the if of this. From here, the total if is 600. So that's what we'll be applying. So click on your 3D. Once you click on 3D, click on this one, click on this node, select offset or edge and type in 600. So we have the 600 all through now. And mind you, this other side, we are still going to join it together. So what we can do right now is to click on this and return this one to this. Select this offset edge and select this side. We're reducing it because we're actually bringing this part to this side. We're actually going to join this together. Okay, so there's no need of extruding that part. Now what we need to do now is let's give this roof any need. There's no need. Okay, I think it's cool like this, but now click on all these walls, and let's try doing something. See if it's gonna work. Okay, all these ones are selected, all the external walls are selected. So let's see if we can match this thing upward with the roof. So I'll select the roof too, all right, and then right click. I'll say crop to single plane roof. I'll say okay, crop element top. Let's try okay and see how is it going to look like. Is it gonna go okay, right click, crop to single plane roof, crop element top. There's something we are missing. Let me show you the problem. You cannot crop is like cutting, so you cannot cut what you don't have more than. Like this thing now, this wall, you can stretch this wall up. That's above the roof. Okay, you can stretch this above the roof. So this is the first thing we should do first. Like stretch all these ones above the roof. Okay, stretch them above the roof, and like this, just continue like that to this side. Forget about the concrete fascia here. Okay, we are going to do that. So I'm trying to see an easy method of getting that thing done. Okay, So let's take all these ones up to this side. So now we are done with this. Because of this other work, so it's making it a bit difficult to use orbit. So now I will escape and select all these walls, all these walls that are up, all these walls that are up, these walls that are up, all these ones, this one, and make sure you're not missing anyone. Okay, escape again, this one. Now right click on the roof to make sure the roof is selected, and then right click and say crop to single plane. It's not base, so it's this top. Crop element top, then you see crop, and then everything is done. Yeah, we are like 90% done with this work. Okay. Oh, so this is the down now. How is this thing taking time to turn? Okay, so since we've gotten this, all right, since we've gotten this, now I would want us to create a fascia, because we need a fascia that will also slant this way, a fascia that will slant this way. So let's try to create it and see how it's going to look like. Okay, let's try to create the fascia and see how it's going to look like. So like, which part are we even going to start the fascia from? Okay, let's start from here and then drag it all the way round and round and round. So now let's create the fascia here. So that means we'll be selecting that section view again. Okay, and we're going to be using morph for this. So now we are creating it on this roof, but before then, let's quickly check something. What's the measurement of here? From here to here, 400. Oh, this is big. 400 by 140. 400, 140. Make sure you don't forget to 400, 140, 200. 400, 140, 200 by 194. 400, 140, 200, 194. So let's see. Pick our line. Where is our line? So now we'll be selecting 400. We'll type in 400, 140, 140, 200, 200. Is it 149, right? 149. I shall hope I'm correct though. Let's cross check. 400, I know this one. 140. Yes, 200. This one, hope it's 149. Okay, 194. 194. So this should be 194. Okay, 194. All right, so let's join these ones together. That's from here. Hold down your shift key to have a straight line. Join this. Then another one to here. Then, like I said, we're not using fill tool. We're using morph. This is morph. Press and hold. And once you click on morph, press and hold down your spacebar button and click inside here. Something is not coming up. What are we missing? Oh, the morph is already inside though, but the color is different. The color is white. Okay, now let's first of all change it to a different color that we can see. I think that should be better. Let's use this yellow first. What color can we even use that will show us clean? Why would morph be showing different color? Okay, this is the yellow we selected. So click on this, move this all the way. So select this drag so you can move it around. So to this side, Okay, I think those, okay. Oh, we copied this to this side. We applied two more of them. So now let's click on this one and click on this little dot you're seeing and select this tube. So let's see if we can move this around. Click this, turn it to this side. We need to be seeing the point so we don't make mistakes. Okay, orbit. Oh, there's something we need to do. Okay, remember the 600 is total every time from here to here, and that's the 600 from here to here. So if there's anything we are doing, we need to start the stuff from inside here. So let's click on this one and select this point. Move, we are moving everything first to this point. Okay, to this tip. So now we click on this little arrow, select tube, see that it's covering, but can we actually get this from down? We need to be using this roof tip. So if we are to use the roof tip, can we use this point to stretch? Yes, thank goodness. So now come from here to here, this tip, from this tip now to this other tip, this tip, from this tip now to this other one, to this one, from this one now to this point, from this one now, use orbit to turn. This thing should respect itself and just turn quietly. And okay, turn it a bit small. Press on O again to remove the orbit to this point. From here now to this point, this one needs to be a bit careful so you don't make mistakes. Orbit again, orbit, 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 orbit to this point. From this point again to this point, to this point, from this point again to this point. We are going to end it here. Ending it. No, let's turn it a little so that this side doesn't show much. Because if we leave here now, okay, let's just control. Let's say okay. This is what I was talking about. This one might show a little. This might show a little low. Okay. So now, if you're looking this stuff from down, if you're looking at this from down, you see that the slant came out well, right? Yes, the slant came out. The slants actually came out. So you can now change this one to white by going to setting dialogs, clicking on this, and selecting titanium white and saying okay. You see this stuff now is showing. And then you can still go ahead and change the line color, which is under uncut pen, change it to black or something a bit lighter. Yeah. So now you can see some little stuff. Okay, but for this one that is showing, what can we do about this? Let's increase this roof thickness to 50 and see if it's going to show or not. It's still showing. Let's see if we can reduce this point. Is it possible? Is it possible? Okay, nothing affected the down part. This does not affect the down. Okay, so I think we can just use this style to reduce them a little, like a little. So we'll move this one down a little. Come here, move this one down a little. The most important thing is that it shouldn't affect the down. If not there, so check for this node. Let's turn it so we can see what we are doing. Click on this one, turn it down a little. Let's check it down. Okay, it's still safe. And down. There are different ways of achieving this. So actually, there are different ways of achieving this. So if this one does not work for you, you can still use another method. I think even slab, we can still use slab to do the same thing, and it might even come out smoother than this. So it might come out smoother than this. But I think I'm seeing like this thing bent a little. Okay. I'll see if this thing bends a little. Okay, let's see. Let's just learn this one. Maybe on our next roof we can still learn to adjust the stuff again. Another means. So this is how to hide the roofs. Okay, this is how to hide the roof. And now click on this. Click on CI2. Click on covering. Go to roof covering. Let's change, instead of step ties, let's use long span or ripped. Say okay, let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, so now this roof is funny. What's the depth of this thing? Okay, these are our gutters behind. So can we change our roof thickness? Let's check to 20 or 10 if possible. 10. So this is 10. So since we have this now, and this building is actually a semi-detached, so I think we can, I'm not too comfortable with this, but can we change this? Okay, let's use this form for now. We'll see the outcome on the rendering. Okay, maybe we'll look for another different method on how to make this thing and how to work on this. This is why it is showing again. Let's take this down a little. This one so down a little. This one down a little, so that if we're capturing the top view, it's not going to show. Okay, so now once we are done like this, the next thing we should do, okay, let's see, can we adjust this? Okay, once we are done with this, the next thing we should do is highlighting everything. Okay, and then Control G. Everything is grouped now. So now go to our story where we can see this. Okay, and click on the wall. Every other thing should be selected, yeah. And then click on this point where this line is. Click on this point and select mirror. Now tap Control to have a copy of what you're copying. Then bring it this way. Okay. And then click outside. Now let's check our 3D and see what we have. Oh, you see we have the exact thing this other way, but the roof just flipped. This roof flipped. So we'll be suspending this one. Click on this roof, remove the roof. Okay, we'll remove this roof and then create another roof. Now just go to your setting, CI2, go to covering, roof covering, and then click OK. This will come out. So we have the roof now. Everything is covered. So we are done with the semi-detached. Okay, we are done with semi-detached. So it's just remaining the for this. Okay, yeah, we are done with this, and these ones also, these walls you're seeing also have this 550 stuff, the logs. So these are all except for the inner walls. So we are done modeling this one. Let's just add staircase. Staircase now can be one. We'll use our slab then. Okay, still on tiles. Then we'll change this to 50 and 150. Okay, so we'll be drawing this from here to here. 150. Then we'll take this up. It's just one step. One step. One step. So we are good to go with this. We are done with this one. So now if we suspend this group, you see that this one is separate and this one is separate. So we need to align everything together and group them. Control G. Alright, so we are done with grouping this one. So we are done with the semi-detached. So you see that we actually model one, but we have two. Model one, we have two. Forgot something very key. This opening. Forgot this opening. So let's suspend the group first and still click on our door. Click on this door settings. Click on empty. We select normal door. Alright, so we click on this. Click on this. We're going to extend this one from here to here. Oh, sorry, make sure it's on this stretch, this move node to here. And we'll click on this one to extend this one to this point and stretch this one to this point. And then now let's check our 3D. The doors are open now, but the door is the same level with the arcs are actually of the same level with the doors. So we'll change this one to, instead of 200 to be 2325. Then we'll click OK. So we have it now. Alright. And a little finishing on this back thing is okay. So we are done with this work. We're done with this one. We see how the finishing will look like for the concrete fascia. Alright. We see how it will look like. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching up to this level. If you find this tutorial helpful, please do well to subscribe, do well to also comment and share. Okay, and if you have any other question to ask, please do well to drop it on the comment section. I'll attend to you. See you on our next tutorial.